Hello my dear friends, this is Prashant, Mavani, and I welcome all of you in today's special video lecture of Geography. The name of this lecture is Understanding India Through Map. Now, as you can see on screen, dear friends, we have two different maps here. One is a physical map of our country and the other one is political map of our nation, right? Now, in our previous discussions, we have understood the difference between physical map and political map, so we are definitely not going into that details, but today we are going to learn about India by observing things that are given in these two different maps of our country. Now, for all the new listeners, I would like to request all of you that if you are not sure or if you are not aware about the differences or the different types of maps, that is physical, political and thematic maps, then I would recommend all of you to please check out our previous lectures. But for all the students who are regular with our geography lectures, then for them I would suggest that even though I am providing you maps on the screen, I would request all of you to open your Atlas book, right? In this whole lecture, today's discussion, Atlas book is going to be one of the most important tools which we are going to use. And apart from Atlas book, if you also have a magnifying glass, then I would request you to gather all your necessary tools, collect your magnifying glass and keep it on your table. Open the physical and political map of our country before we move any further. There are some reasons behind it, which I'm sure once we will go through, once we will move ahead with today's lecture, you will come to know about that. Before moving ahead, dear friends, I would also request to all those aspirants, to all those listeners, those who have not subscribed to our services, then I would request all of you to do it as soon as possible, because there are many things that are being provided to all the subscribers, and if you are sincerely considering civil services as your career choice, and if you are planning to appear in 2017 prelims, or if your plan is to appear for 2018 prelims, if you are appearing for 2017 prelims, then I'm sure you are about to be ready. Right, you are ready with your mains examination, right? Your course regarding your preparation regarding mains should be complete before your prelims. That's what I believe, right? That's totally my personal understanding of civil services, because there is no particular preparation for your prelims. So before your prelims, if you are confident enough that you are having a good understanding of all the things that are provided in the syllabus of mains examination, then you should be okay with your prelims. But if you are not sure about it, if you are not confident about it, then I would suggest that you take some more time and start your preparation for 2018. So if you are planning for 2018, then this is the right time. You have nearly 1.5 years in your hand, or something more than that. But trust me, it's going to pass away in a blink. You won't even realize, and your exams will be right at your doorstep. Right, so all the sincere subscribers, right, do not forget to subscribe to our services and do take the advantage and do utilize all the material and videos and PDF files that are there for you to utilize. Make the maximum out of it, my dear friends. So let's crack on. Let's go through the physical map of our country. I believe that you have your books with you, your A-class book is with you, and I would request all of you to take enough time, take out 5-10 minutes, right, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, give good time to physical map of India. Now there are many ways to start from. You can start from north, you can start from south, you can start from east, or you can start from west. You can start from center as well. It totally depends on you how you prefer, but if you want to go more systematically, then I would start with northern side, and then slowly I will go clockwise, and then I will cover each and every part, and then I will move to center as well in the same manner, right? So this is a bigger version of your physical map, and this is a physical map with longitude and latitude given in it, right? Now there are some basic understanding, but some basic things regarding India, right? India has vast geographical expanse, right? India is a vast geographical country. Now, how do we qualify a country as a vast country, right? We are going to talk about that as well, but before that, let's check out some predominant features of our country. On the northern side, you will observe from your map that India is bound by Himalayas, Himalayan range. Now, dear friends, you know very well what is a mountain range, isn't it? On the western side of our country, we have Arabian Sea. On the eastern side, we have Bay of Bengal. On the southern side, we have Indian Ocean. Let's quickly have a look on our physical map. So here is the whole of Himalayas, right? Himalayas are a continuous range of mountains, right, running all across from Nepal, Bhutan, parts of Tibet as well, and then it makes a curve over here, and then it moves towards the southern side. So this is your whole of Himalaya, right? On the western side, we have Arabian Sea. This is our Arabian Sea, right? And this is Bay of Bengal. And of course, in the southern bit of our country, we have Indian Ocean, right? So this is very simple to understand. And there is one more thing I would like to say, is that peninsula. Now, you might have heard about this word, Indian Peninsula or Arabian Peninsula. What is peninsula? Peninsula is basically a piece of land that is surrounded by water on three sides. Observe our country over here. This is part of our land that is surrounded by water from three sides. One side you have Arabian Sea, the other side is Bay of Bengal, and the third side we have Indian Ocean. Of course, the water of, it is the same water that is flowing in this, but it is us human beings who have given names to different portions. So this portion we call it as Bay of Bengal, this one is Arabian Sea, and this one Indian Ocean. So this part, which is surrounded by water from three sides, is known as Indian Peninsular portion of our country, right? If you observe, if you open your map of Asia, then you will find a word called Arabian Peninsula, and if you observe the West Asian countries, you will find that on the one side you have Red Sea, on the other side you have Strait of Hormuz, and of course on the third side is Arabian Sea. So that's the reason it is known as Arabian Peninsula, and it is one of the biggest peninsula of the world, right? One of the biggest of the world, Arabian Peninsula. Right, so moving on, we learned so far, we know that our country is surrounded by four major things. One is Arabian Sea, one is Arabian on the western side. On the north we have Himalayas, east Bay of Bengal, and south Indian Ocean. Now, the reason why we call India a vast geographical country is because the total area of our country is 3.28 million square kilometer. Right? India is the seventh largest country of the world, seventh biggest, and in the population context, it is second most populated country in the world, right? We know it very well. Now, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, it stretches 3,200 kilometers. And from Arunachal to Kutch, Arunachal Pradesh to Kutch, it is 2,900 kilometers. I am using map quite oftenly. The reason is because I want you guys to understand it absolutely clearly that this part, from this part to here, from northern bit, it is 3,200 kilometers, and from this part to this part it is 2,900 kilometer. 200 kilometer difference is not that much when we are talking in thousands. So generally speaking, you can say that on a bigger context that it is nearly equal if you are traveling on a straight line, right, from north to south, or from east to west, or west to east, right. Now, dear friends, other thing regarding our country is variety and diversity of landforms, right. We have already learned about major landforms of the world, right. So in that context, we have lofty mountains. If you know where lofty mountains are, it is in different parts of our country. Then we have great Indian desert as well. We have northern plains. We have uneven plateau surface. We have coasts, and we have islands. Right? So you have A, B, C, D, E, and F. Lofty mountains, great Indian desert, northern plains, uneven plateau surface, coasts, and islands. Right. Now, let's quickly go through all these things. These are your lofty mountains. Your mountains are here as well. These are your lofty mountains of Himalayas. Then this is your northern plain area. This whole area, starting from Punjab all across to this part of West Bengal, you have northern plains. And this is your great Indian desert. These are your coastal regions, right? Coastal area, coast of India, starting from Gujarat all across to this part, West Bengal. We have this whole area is coast, nearly 7,000 and 7,500 kilometers, or 7,000 plus kilometer long coast of our country. Then we have islands as well. We have Andaman and Nicobar Islands in Bay of Bengal, and we have Lakshadweep Islands in Arabian Sea. A couple of days ago, if you remember, we have talked about extension of Indian railways in Andaman and Nicobar, and at that particular special article, I have added some points regarding its closeness to ASEAN countries and its strategic importance. And a couple of days ago, when we were talking about Maldives, at that point of time I told you that I am going to provide you some highlights regarding Lakshadweep. So we are going to cover that in our future discussion, right, dear friends? Moving on. Now, I have a small question for you. Which hemisphere India is located in? Right, now this is a small task for all of you. Now you know it very well what is hemisphere, southern, northern hemisphere, you know it very well. You know eastern hemisphere, you know western hemisphere, how we calculate it, etc., etc. So it is a small exercise for you. You have to work it out, right? Do observe Tropic of Cancer 23.5 north line, that is passing from our country, right? It roughly divides India into two parts, isn't it? Roughly speaking, it divides our country into two parts, right? Everything in north of Tropic of Cancer, you can generally speaking say it northern part of our country, and as you are traveling in the southern bit of Tropic of Cancer, you can say you are entering into the southern part of our country. The south of our mainland is 8.4 degree north. I'm going to show you in a minute. Let's quickly go through the digits. North of our mainland is 37.6, west of mainland is 68.7, and east is 97.25. Now let's quickly check in this map, right? here we go. This is our map here. So the southern bit of our mainland, we are not calculating islands here, we are talking about mainland, that is this part, right? So the most southern side is 8.4, right, roughly speaking 8 degree, right, quite close to equator. The northern bit is 36 plus, somewhere over here 37, so this is the top bit of our country. The western extent is 68. Here we go, let's quickly verify that number, 68.7, and the eastern part is 97.25. Now we all know very well how we calculate time and things, so we are not going into that detail because we have specifically given a special lecture, we have talked in a special discussion on how time is calculated. So this is our eastern extent, this is our western extent, this is our northern extent, and this is our southern extent, right? Now dear friends, you know that Tropic of Cancer is roughly speaking passing from here, right? This is 24, this is 22, so 23 somewhere here, and 0.5, so this area, everything below 8, as you travel southern side, you are going to feel more heat. And of course, as you travel to the northern side, you are going to feel more cold. So based on this thing, the way the things people eat, the way they dress up is going to be different in this part of our country compared to this part of our country, isn't it? Right, so moving on. Political and administrative division. Now, of course, we are going to talk about this thing in detail in our future discussion, but for time being, I would like all of you to observe all the basic things, right? Do not be in a hurry or in a rush to know more things in a short time, right? Trust me, if you are not giving enough time now, then a time will come that you have to start from the scratch again. I don't want you all to do that thing. I don't want you to waste your time in future regarding all these basic things. So do take out time, spend at least 30 minutes, good quality 30 minutes in observing physical and political map of our country once you are done with this lecture, right? Even if you spend more time behind it, then do not consider it as a waste of time. Trust me, it is a most valuable investment of your time you are doing. Because based on this thing, in our future discussion, I will explain and I will prove it as well, that if you are not investing, if you have invested your time in this thing, then trust me, when you will learn about history, when we will talk about economics, all these minute details will be working as your friend. It will be working in favor of you, right? So do invest quality time. It is my humble request to all of you. Now dear friends, politically and administratively speaking, we have 29 states and 7 union territories, right? 29 states and 7 union territories. I thought I said 27 states. No, we have 29 states and 7 union territories. Now, for many of you, you might be finding a bit trouble in remembering all these states, right? What I would say is, it is not a wise thing to remember all the states in one go. It is something that you have to get used to with it. Say for example, if you hear anything about Odisha, right, then what you should do is open your political map of our country and locate where Odisha is. Then try to relate things with it, like we have already learned about Bay of Bengal. So try to locate where Bay of Bengal is, and now you know two things, that Odisha is, part of Odisha is having its shore is with Bay of Bengal, isn't it? Then you can also try some, beg your pardon, you can also try some new things like Tropic of Cancer. You can observe this thing in your physical map, whether Tropic of Cancer is passing through Odisha or not, right? So you learn two things right? Whenever you hear anything in news regarding Odisha, one is that Bay of Bengal is there, and the other thing is Tropic of Cancer is not passing through Odisha, right? And day by day, as you will start observing, if you will become habitual of using your atlas book on a regular basis, right? A time will come, certainly it will come, that all this, the whole map of our country would be there in your head. Even in the middle of the night, if someone asks you to locate or explain, someone asks you to explain where actually Meghalaya is and the states that are surrounding Meghalaya, then it would be very easy for you to explain that thing to him, right? So for time being, I would request all of you to go through physical and political maps of our country, go through all the details that we have discussed today, and in next lecture we are going to take this thing into a new level. We are going to learn some more good things about India, and based on that we will be able to learn many other things that is going to be useful for us, not only in our civil services but also in our life as well, isn't it? Because we should know all the things regarding, should means, when I say all the things, I mean we should be well aware about all the major things that are there in our country. So right friends, I will keep it till here, right? Do not forget to subscribe to our services, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. If you have already subscribed, then do turn the notification bell on. If you like this video, Geographic Lectures, then do hit that like button. Share it with your friends and family or any other person whom do you think is interested in civil services or are interested in studying geography in a much detailed and practical manner. We are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, and we are on WhatsApp as well. If you want, then you can get our WhatsApp number from our website. And finally, I would request all of you to pass me your valuable comment. And do not forget to check out our next video, in which we are going to learn about Himalayas, right? Different layers of Himalayas. We are going to talk about Western Ghat, Eastern Ghat, desert, and all these things, right? So do check out our next video as well. And as I told you, I am repeating myself again. I'm sorry for that, but I have to stress this thing, that please do spend quality time after political and physical map of our country. Right, dear friends, so I'll keep it till here. This is Prashant Mavani signing off. Till then, enjoy your studies. Take care. Goodbye.